Yeah. Oh. It's day 89. Ooh, show it off, ooh. I'm going to be doing a game analysis video of my game against Skoltuna IS. So, yeah, let's get to it. And 1, 2, 3, go. So for this first play, let's see what happens here. So it gets switched. I just simply head it out of bounds. And then I track the man here. Steve gives me the ball. I take a good touch forward, dribble up, take my space, realize I don't have options. I pass it back to my center midfielder, who then tries to find our outside mid. Here, there's a ball played in, and then I clear it out, and then I find our outside mid. Instead of just clearing it out, I clear it up the field to try and find my player to continue to play and keep possession. Here I block that pass, and then I have a little battle with him. I win the dribble, pass it out to our center mid. We recycle the play. Next play, I get the ball, take a good touch forward, pass it to my center mid. He then passes it to the other center mid. Then keeps me involved. I get the ball, I take a touch. Could have been a better touch. Realized there was no option, so I pass it to my center back. Here, this is just showing our very first goal. And then this next play, I don't know what that was actually. Anyways, so that's just a throw in and throw it back to the center back. And then I receive the ball, I pass it back to him first time just because it's tight and there's no options. Here the ball is getting switched to that winger. I close in tightly, and then a foul gets called on him actually. Here I play a ball, I switch into Rezene, and he takes a decent touch, but then it hits himself. Here I'm closing down on the defender. And then I'm just doing delay offense here. So if we just pause here, I'm just doing delay offense. I'm waiting for my team to get organized and cover my position. I'm not trying to win the ball, because if I get beat, then they can get in behind me. Then here I'm still kind of tracking the space. So here the ball gets switched again. Notice here, I am right here, and I'm delaying this guy here so that I can get my team to back me up here. And then he's going in for a shot. He goes in for a shot. I do a slide tackle and block the shot. Here I do a really quick throw to try and get the offense going before the defense can get set. I get the ball back, I do a cross. The cross just wasn't that good. Then I keep involved with the play. I play it to my center mid, and he tries to pass it back to me, misses me, but he hits one of our forwards. Here I give a throw in to our center mid, he passes it back to me, and I play it up the field into our winger, and he receives the ball, who then plays it out into another player, who then crosses it, but no one's at the back of the six, unfortunately. Here I get the ball, I'm driving. Notice how I'm taking my space, so let's rewind that a bit. So, sorry, this is the play before. So here, I'm receiving the ball from our center mid, who's right here. He's passing it to me right here. I take my first touch forward, I look up, and I see all of this space right here. So once that's occurring, I'm driving into the space, forcing them to make a move. Then they give me that option out wide, so I then pass it to our winger out here, who then passes it back to me. I stay involved in the play, and right here I see our forward, and honestly I'm really disappointed with myself. I drive the ball and it kind of goes up around chest height when I should have just done a very simple tap into his feet, and he did the best that he could with it, and we tried to get a shot off, but it just wasn't good enough. Here, Steven, the goalkeeper, gives it to me. I take a good touch forward. I get fouled. Here, center defensive mid plays in the ball. Notice how I'm driving into the space again. Don't have an option. I cut back. I play it back to our center back so we can recycle the play. Here, I get the ball from our center mid. I'm driving forward. I see him. I play him in the middle, but he didn't get his body in front of it, and he kind of takes a loose touch. Here is just a corner. I get pushed into the ball and we lose. Oh, and then we get a cross in and we almost got a scoring opportunity off of that. Here, this is me right here. I'm just closing in on the winger, and notice how I stay involved in the play. Then here, the ball is getting through, and at this point, I was trying to lead it out for a goal kick. The guy kind of wiggles through and gets past me. Here, let's rewind that. He wiggles through, he gets past me, that's my bad, but I recover, I slide tackle, I win the ball, and then that other player has the ball. I'm marking him very tightly, and he dribbles the ball out of bounds. Here, I block a volley, then I'm staying involved, and then this player right here, he's driving down the sideline, I win the ball, he's going out, and instead of letting them get a goal kick, I clear it out for a throw-in. Here, I receive the ball from our center mid, I'm driving forward again, taking my space, finding the center mid, and he tries to play me back. If you notice, I'll rewind it. So I'm driving in, and I play him because I want to get it back so I can pass it to our winger who's running down the line. And if I get the ball back on the floor, I can easily ping him that ball, but he hits it up to my knee level, and I'm just not able to react in time. Here's a throw-in, and I win the header. I hit it to our center mid, who then gives it to our other center mid. Here, there's a clearance play of the team. I get up the field. I do a one-touch volley over to our winger, who's able to then try and start the attack. There, I do a beautiful throw-in into our forward, who then tries to get in cross, but nothing occurs from it. Here, there's a 50-50 ball. I win the ball. I'm trying to dribble past 3 players. I lose the ball. Then I keep track of the ball. Then I give it to our center mid so I don't make a bad mistake. So Steve gives me the ball. I take my first touch forward. That's really crucial as a fullback or a center back or just any player in general, is just taking that first touch forward. Look forward, play forward. So here the ball's coming. Notice here, my first touch, boom, going forward, driving into the space. They're giving me space. I see my center mid, but I also see this switch, so I find Rezende. He almost gets that goal, but it's just not enough. So here, get the ball, I whip in across, and we get a header, but it's just not on target. So here, this is me, the last man, and I'm just shooting it out, and then I clear it for a throw-in instead of letting them get a corner. So here, just showing that I do a left-footed clearance out of the box. So here, our winger has the ball, I get the ball, I whip it in first time, almost hit Rezende. He just doesn't get in front of the defender. Tolbe gives me the ball, I'm driving in, I do a Ronaldo chop, play him, and then I play our center mid, who's then able to switch the level of play. Here's a corner, and that's showing our second goal. So here, that's actually my bad here. So there's a cross from across the field, and from here I let the attacker jump higher than me. I jump a little too soon, and then he's able to leverage himself over the top of me. And if it's a good winger, a good striker, he nails that header, and it's possibly a goal. So those are the kind of little things that I need to brush up on. Here the ball is getting switched. Our center back took a bad touch, and this sometimes happens during our games. And so because I know the habits of my center back, I'm always backing him up. So when this ball gets played, I'm expecting him to not be able to receive this ball. And it's nothing against him. Regardless if I had the most competent center back, I would always be expecting the mistake. When you expect the unexpected and you expect a mistake, you're always going to be in the proper position. So for here, I expect him to miss it, and see I'm in the perfect place to receive the ball and clear it, but then I don't clear it well enough. But then from here, I'm able to close down this winger, I win the ball, and then he decides to kick me. I get mad, decide not to retaliate, so I just walk away. Here, I do a good interception. It's really hard to see this actually, but it is a good interception. It's just kind of weird. I do hit it with my left foot to prevent the pass from getting through. So here's just a throw-in. I fake the throw-in. I pass it to our center mid. He passes it back to me. I find our center mid. and then he plays a through ball. Here, the ball's getting over to the winger. I close him in, and then I honestly should have done a little bit better here. So the ball's coming here, right? And here, I should have gotten to this ball. I just missed it. And luckily, this player, 37, doesn't make that good pass in between me and Martin, our center back. Because if he does, 52 has the step on me, and I don't know if I would be able to recover in time. Luckily, that's not the case. So Martin knocks this dude over, hit the weight room. So winger has the ball. I'm delaying him, and I allow him to recycle the play, but I don't let him get past me. Here, it's just a foot race, but I know the ball's going out, so I slow down. That's a throw-in after that play. I receive the ball back. And here, there was just a little too much pace on the pass back, and I wasn't expecting it to come this fast, so I just lost. I just wasn't able to kick it the way I wanted to kick it, and I wound up shanking it basically straight to the team. So here, I'm closing him down. I win that ball. Then he passes it again. I win that ball again and let them get the throw in. So the ball's getting switched. And see, as a fullback, that's a really important thing to always consider is you need to be tucked in. So, sorry, that's blurry. So I'm tucked in here. I'm not man marking him. As a fullback, you don't want to man mark this guy, or else if you're marking here, you're going to leave a big hole in the middle. And you're always going to let them play on the outside of you. You never want them to play through you. So the ball is going over the top. It takes a bad bounce. So at this point, I already know like he's not going to get to it. So our center mid gets the ball. I'm calling for it. I get the ball. I just do a clearance across the field because I see Resene and just not far enough in so that he could reach it. Ball gets switched. I see the winger, and it's a foot race. I shield the ball out, and we win the throw-in. So here, it's a little quick. So right here, the ball is getting played into the front post. I do a slide tackle, block the shot. Steve gets in a good save, and then that guy misses the target, luckily. But what's actually also important is right after Steve makes the save and he's out of the box, me right here, our center back, our other center back, all know that we need to cover the goal, and see how we're all covering the goal now. So right here, I was showing short. So for Steve, he plays me the ball, which is very good. I take a good turn, and I'm looking up. Notice how I'm always looking up. I take my touch and I'm looking up. That way, I know where I need to play. So I get the ball, I take a touch forward, I beat that winger, and then I find our center mid, Kevin, and he takes a bad touch, and we keep possession, but just didn't go as smoothly as planned. Here's just showing that there was a guy here. So the ball goes through, and right here, I see that he's making a run for it, and then right at the last second, it's going out officially, so I let him go. Here, I'm staying wide for Steve. I take the ball forward, I take my first touch forward, opposed to taking that touch backward, and then I hold it up, and then I pass it back to the center back. Here, I get it from our center back, I take my touch forward again, I'm looking up, I play it into the center mid, and it's just a really weird bounce here. So if you look at this here, I'm looking up, I see Resene through that pocket, and it takes that big bounce, hits a clod of dirt or grass or something, but we retain possession. And here's the money shot for me. I get the ball from our center mid, I take one touch, I look forward, I find Resene, a beautiful finessed pass, and he decides he's just gonna dribble past this guy, juke him out, and nail it in the bottom corner. So that's my assist. So the ball gets switched over here. Let's rewind it. So the ball gets switched over here, and I do a good job heading it out. And then right here, I actually cramped up. That's why it delayed me in getting up fast enough. But then the guy's attacking here, and I'm able to intercept the ball. And then Martin gets the ball here. I ask for it back, and then I clear it up the line. And then Resene's able to win the ball past that center back. And then he finds our winger, he megs that defender, and we almost score a goal off of it, but it's just not good enough. Here the ball gets crossed in, and then this is me here. I see our forward, so I take a first touch pass into Resene, and by this time it's late in the game, his legs are tired, and he just doesn't get there. Here the winger's taking the ball in, plays the ball over the top, and why did I put that in there? So I think it's just showing the delay defense. So let's scroll forward. So here the ball's getting played, and you see how I'm just delaying him. I probably should have been tighter on him, but at this point it was late in the game, and I just wanted to let my team get set. So here Martin has the ball, I'm open for him, I take a touch, I'm still playing it forward, I juke this guy out, and then I don't have any options, I don't want to lose the ball in my own third, so I just boot it up the field. Get the ball again, I take my touch back, so I pass it back to him. Here the ball gets kind of plopped through us, and here I should have ran towards the ball to volley it out. The ball is here, I'm here, but instead I wait for it too long, and then the guy's able to get it, and my clearance is butchered, and we don't step on it, and then we're able to clear on it. So here I'm able. So let's rewind it. So here the ball's getting switched to the other side of the field. As this ball's in the air, I look over my shoulder and I see that our winger, Mac, is open. So instead of heading it back into the middle, heading it to the center back, or heading it back to Steve, which could be dangerous with this striker so far up, I see Mac, so I play him out to the side so that we're able to start the play again. Here the ball is getting played, and it's just showing my positioning, showing my tracking. So like I'm here, and I'm anticipating that the ball is going to get played here. So I'm already running, and then I notice that the ball is going out. So here the ball gets played. Sorry, let's rewind. So the ball gets headed. I take a good chest. I receive the ball. I play it back so we can calm down the play. Here is their goal. So this dude shoots a banger, hits off the bar, and unfortunately our center back just doesn't track his own guy, and he gets an easy tap in. Here I receive the ball, play it back to a winger, and he loses possession. Here this is just showing my closing down ability. So the ball gets played into this guy, and instantly I'm already on him, and then he plays that winger, and then here I probably should have ran faster, but notice how I now am integrated back into the back line, and that's a pretty straight line for the most part. And then this guy's not hanging out wide, so I don't need to worry about him. He's behind me, he's not going to do anything. Here I fake a throw in, which is like a little body feint. Then I ask for my forward to come in, and it's not the greatest throw, and it's just a really weird scrappy set of plays. And then I kind of guard off the ball there. We receive the ball, and then Kevin passes it back to Steve. Here's a 1v1 duel. This was like the 89th minute, and my legs had already started to cramp, and that's no excuse. I'm just letting you know that's the circumstances. I need to get fitter. My legs just aren't 90-minute fit, and that's just something I need to work on. And so I actually think this play is kind of funny. I knew when this happens, like, oh no, like I don't want this to happen. So it's 1v1, and then it looks like I dive, but I actually just fell because my legs cramped up, and you can see this here. So I'm here, and then you see me in the corner, and I'm holding my legs. I'm like, oh no. So that was today's game analysis video. I don't have the annotations that I was doing, or any of the arrows or any of that kind of stuff. I'm still looking for a good screen recorder. Every time I've tried to use one, they're either cost money or there's only a limited time for me to use them, and I just don't have the money at the moment with trying to process my paperwork to actually, purchase these things. So if you guys have any recommendations for screen capturing service or any kind of like annotation software for my game analysis videos so that I can make them better, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, I hope you guys got value out of this video. It was really enjoyable for me to make, for me to watch, and for me to learn about myself and how I can become a better player so that I can eventually make it into the professional game. Anyways, you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button. This is Steve Burstyn signing out. Remember him.